Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing fine at home. I am your teacher Neha, and children, today we are going to see the lesson number 7 in chemistry of class 6 standard, and name of the lesson is arrangement of atoms, molecules in the 3 states of matter, which is solid, liquid and gases. So children, in previous session we have discussed about what are the 3 different states of matter, right? Yes, what we have discussed there? Yes, we have discussed that there are solids, liquids and gases. Plus to that, we have one more state which is known as plasma. But children, in this session, we are going to discuss about how the small atoms are arranged inside the solid, liquid and gases. So children, in this session, we are going to see how the interconversion of states is happening. Interconversion means from one state to another state, from another to one more, how it is going back and coming front. So we are going to see that. So we will take the most common example, which is ice. We are going to see how ice gets converted into water, then water to water vapor, then the reverse process. Okay. So yes, in this we are going to talk about the technical terms, which is the important words which are very important for the interconversion process. Okay. Yes. So children, first video here which you can see here is what is happening. Ice is getting converted into a liquid, right? So children, here the ice is getting converted into liquid and the process is known as melting. What is the process? Melting. So here we can write here children as that solid into liquid, and this process is known as the main process, which is called as melting. Okay. And same way children, at what particular temperature the solid gets converted into liquid, it is known as the melting point. So children, when a solid gets converted into liquid, it gets converted at 0 degree Celsius. Okay. So here I am not talking about the freezing, I am talking about the melting. So the melting point of ice is 0 degree Celsius. Okay. Yes. Same way children, when you are taking the liquid, in this I have taken a liquid. Now this liquid, when you are heating it more, what will happen? It will go as a vapor, right? So here the water, which is liquid, is getting converted into gaseous state, which is vapor, and this process is known as evaporation. What is the process children? The process is known as evaporation. So here I will write it as liquid converting into a gas is known as what? It is known as evaporation. Okay children? Yes, and the temperature at which this liquid gets converted into gas is known as the evaporation point, or one more name is there which is known as boiling point. Now children, we are going to do the reverse process. So in the reverse process, first we are seeing the liquid. Okay. So the liquid got converted into what? It got converted into gas. Now this gas, if I cool it, if I take the temperature, the heat temperature out of it, it will get converted into a liquid again. So here as you can see that when there is ice inside that is a very cold water is there, the outside surface will liberate some kind of gases, right? Even you have seen that if you are taking an ice cold water bottle and keeping it outside, some kind of vapors are coming out, right? That vapor, when it comes in the contact with the atmosphere, it will absorb the cool energy which is there in the atmosphere, and you will see some kind of droplets formed, that is water droplets. So that conversion of the gas into liquid is known as condensation. What it is known as? Condensation. So here children, the gas when gets converted into a liquid, and the conversion of gas to liquid is known as condensation. C-O-N-D-E-N-S-A-T-I-O-N. Okay children? Yes. So after this condensation process, that is if you get liquid, and again if you are cooling the liquid, what you will get? You will get ice, right? So the process of changing of a liquid, when you put cool temperature to it and it gets converted into a solid, it is known as freezing or solidification. So children, solidification means what? Solid is becoming. So ice is a solid, right? So that is why you can call it as solidification, or you can call it as freezing. Okay? Yes. So here I will write liquid when it is getting converted into a solid, it is known as, which is the process which is freezing. Okay. And same way, the temperature at which the water gets converted into ice is known as the freezing point, and the temperature there is 0 degrees Celsius. So freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay children? Yes. So now children, we have to see the arrangement of atoms in the solid, liquid and gas, which is the main topic in this lesson. So children, there are 3 ways. So one is the Brownian movement, another is the diffusion movement, and the last one is cohesive forces. So now let us see in details what these 3 things mean. So first let us talk about the Brownian movement. Children, what you can see over here? Yes, the atoms, that is small particles, are just zigzagly moving, right? So when an atom is applied a heat energy, that time the movement will be there, that is the kinetic energy of the molecules will be attained and they will move in a zigzag motion, and that zigzag motion is known as Brownian movement. And children, Brownian movement was found by Brownian, that is why this movement name is given as Brownian. Okay. So what is children Brownian? Brownian movement is zigzag motion. Okay. Yes. So after this zigzag motion, there is another kind of motion which is known as diffusion. So children, what you can see over here? Yes, you are seeing that first all the small particles were there here, right? As the temperature increases at this side, from the small spaces, the atoms are randomly moving everywhere, right? So this random movement, or you can say that mixing up of atom in the space, is known as diffusion. Diffusion means what children? Diffusion means it will just break through, it will go to each and every place. Okay? And then comes the process of cohesive force. So children, cohesive means there will be force difference between the 2 different atoms. For example, now here I have taken a glass tube. Okay, in this glass tube I add a liquid. Now when I am adding a liquid, you will see that some particles are just getting a U-shaped, right? So here when there is attraction between the glass and the liquid, it is known as cohesive force. Same way, this type, that is the U shape, can be of 2 types, and that U shape is of this way. So what you can see over here in this picture children? Once I have taken mercury, and in another tube I have taken water. So when I put mercury inside a test tube, you will see that one uphill type of position is occurred, right? Whenever it is upside coming, you will call it as a convex. What you will call as? Convex. And this convex is known as a force which is there between the molecules of the mercury. That is, more attraction is there between the mercury. That is why it is coming all together. Same way, in water you are seeing that there is a U-shaped, and this is the U-shape, and this U-shape is known as concave. Concave. And here you will see that there is more attraction between the water and the glass rather than the attraction between the water molecules. That is why it is just going aside. So, these are the two types of forces which is there in the cohesive force. Okay, children? Yes. So, after this, children, we are going to see about what happens when you are putting heat over a matter. That matter we will take it here as solid. Now, three things will happen. One is expansion, that is the size will increase. Second, it will be change in the state, that is from solid it can change into liquid or liquid to gas, gas to liquid or liquid to solid. So, this way conversion can happen, and the last one is some kind of chemical change will occur. So, now let us see these three things in details. So, first is expansion. Now, children, in this expansion I will take the example of water. Okay? Now, I take a cold water tube and a hot water bag. Now, in this I put a glass rod. Now, this glass rod is attached with a balloon above. When you are keeping in the cold water, you will see that the balloon will not enlarge. Same way, if you are keeping in hot one, just see what is happening here, children. See, when it is heated, it is straightly coming up, right? So, here you will see that the gas inside this is getting warmed up and it is getting expanded. Okay? So, this is known as expansion. Same way, there will be change of state. If you are taking ice, when you heat the ice will get converted into water. Same way, if you are taking water and heating it, it will get converted into vapor. Okay? And the last one is chemical change. So, children, in chemical change, I will take an example of calcium carbonate. So, I am taking calcium carbonate which is in green color. Now, what happens is when I am heating it, you will see that there are some kind of gas which is formed at the corner, which is carbon dioxide gas, plus this green color substance will get converted into black color substance which is calcium oxide, and this way a chemical change is occurring. So, how you can write the equation is, you can write CaCO3 which is calcium carbonate, and when you are heating the calcium carbonate, you are getting calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide gas, which you can see over here in the form of bubbles. Okay? Yes. After this, children, we should know that is there really space between the particles of any kind of matter. So, for that, first we are taking a liquid which is water. Inside that we are adding a salt or a sugar. Now, when I am putting it inside this and I am mixing it, you will notice that there will be no increase in the shape or increase in the level of the water. That means, yes, there is some kind of small spaces which is present inside the liquid, which is absorbed by the sodium chloride or the sugar particle. But same way, if you take sand and you put it inside the water, first you mark the level. Once you are adding the sand, you will see that there will be little bit increase in the level. So, this shows that a solid does not have more space between that, so that there will be increase in the shape, okay, or increase in the level. So, students, in this lesson we have discussed about the arrangement, the type of forces, and whether there is really some kind of space or not, right. After that, when you are going into the description box, children, you can see the study material, question bank and self-assessment. Once you are going through the self-assessment, children, you will get to know that how much you have understood the lesson. Okay, children? Yes. I hope, children, you have liked this session. Until we meet next time with a better video. Till then, bye-bye.